Peace and love. Salute. Ken Aguinobi here. Had a few things on my mind. I thought I would speak to one thing specifically is YouTube. Growing your YouTube channel. We know that the creator economy is booming, and out of all of these platforms, YouTube appears to be the most lucrative, at least for now. And I don't know that we see that changing anytime soon. Maybe in the near future or in the distant future, so to say, things might change. Other platforms, there might be some other platforms that come along that compensate artists, not artists, but creators more. But in the meantime, it's YouTube. And I wanted to talk about growing your YouTube channel to enable you earn, obviously, because that's why people do it. And overall, to create value and give back value to the community and to people, the audience, people listening. Now, one thing is that I know it's been said to identify what your niche is to begin with, and to prepare. Some of the few pointers that you hear often is to stop procrastinating and just start even before you're ready. But one thing I will say is that to really to be successful at YouTube, based on my trial and error, as I continue to experiment and grow, I will say that what I've experienced on YouTube and, what I'm beginning to conclude is that you have to somewhat be an authority, right, at whatever topic it is that you're delving into, whatever subject that you're sharing with the people, whatever the topic is that you choose to bring value with, you have to be an authority figure there. And you can't fake being an authority figure. The easiest way to accomplish that is really to share with the people, bring something to the forefront, right, that you're very good at, a skill that you're very good at, something that you do very well, and bring it and share it with the world. Something that you can speak to like the back of your hand, or you can speak to it waking up out of sleep, right? That's the easiest way, as opposed to just looking for something to share with the people that you're not an expert at. And you don't have to be a so-called expert all the way. You don't have to be all the way an expert or a master at whatever the skill or the craft or the subject matter is. But you just have to be very well versed at it. You have to be able to speak to it. You have to understand it in and out. You have to know the pros and cons of it to a certain degree, and be able to give advice on it. So essentially, you have to be somewhat of a consultant at that subject, where people can trust your opinion on that matter, right? Your voice, your opinion holds weight regarding that subject. And I find that that's the easiest way to have longevity and to have staying power and to have consistency, and not necessarily worry about, what am I going to say today? What kind of content do I want to do today? Because a lot of the experts who cover certain topics, be it financial, be it music production, be it, you name it. Even a lot of the guys, I've seen some channels where it's more focused on, a lot of channels on how to grow your YouTube you'll find that a lot of the messages are repetitive and that they're just saying it in different ways, right? So once you create like a template and you have a certain approach to it, right? It's very easy to build from there, to go on from there. Because at this point, you know, naturally you're growing every day, you're experimenting every day, you're in the field, you're playing, you know, you're tweaking and filtering things out, what works, what doesn't work, and everything, right? To be an expert at this thing. And you find that when you start to open up and share with people and also ask for opinion and share, you know, be vulnerable also, because you can't know it all, and there are people who have more experience at it than you, right? For instance, if let's say your subject matter is like workout, for one, you kind of have to be an avid you have to be like a gym rat to a certain degree. You have to be someone who's almost always in the gym, who's athletic to a certain degree. And you'll find that the more you spend time doing those things in those environments, and you just have your camera with you, or even if you're not filming at the gym, but you know, if you're filming at the gym and you have a private gym, or you know, other people around you who don't mind being filmed, and you can film at the gym, you can create content and kind of talk about it in between reps, in between sets, and there you have it. That's your content, right? And if you're not filming at the gym, you can go to the gym and film, and then you can take the approach of, you know, showing the results and you know, kind of breaking down the muscle groups and the body parts and how you approach it and all that kind of stuff. But it's already something that you do, and it's working. So you can take that approach. That's the most, the easiest approach, in my opinion, is sharing with the people something that's already a part of your daily life, something that's already a part of your daily routine. And then of course you also want to incorporate all the other things in there. You know, you want to have the knowledge of, you know, what to do and what not to do, what the criteria and the requirements are, you know, having over 1,000 subscribers and the 3,000 watch hours, or 4,000 watch hours, and the 10 million views for the shorts. So, but overall, you know, the purpose of this message is just to share with you guys and kind of give some advice, shed some light on that subject of how to approach your how to pick your niche, or how to approach content creation, right? The easiest and the simplest way to do it, to not eventually burn out and to have fun doing it, because that's important, is that you're also having fun doing it. In my opinion, that's the easiest way. Like, comment, share. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment, and let's talk about it, guys. Peace and love. Signing out. Salute. See you on the next one.